Are greenhouses good for growing vegetables? Of course they are. Greenhouses give a gardener a bit more control and climate moderation. We've got 1,200 square feet of garden beds under a great 4-year warranty. Skin. We have a pellet stove installed that we aren't using, so our greenhouse is not climate controlled yet. Looking at rocket stoves, FYI. We also have 400 square ft. That is not covered. Both gardens get covered by Rime every night for the entire season excepting a couple of weeks in July. It regularly can be over 100 degrees Fahrenheit then dive down to 30 degrees. The temperature change like this is good for some vegetables, but most have trouble. And we live in Oregon, South Central. Alaska has better growing seasons than us. Check this out as our latest greenhouse. This does the same thing, providing protection from the elements and temperatures as Rime. Adding Rime floating row cloth raises the temperature beneath the cloth by 10 or more degrees, and being beneath a greenhouse skin adds another 10 degrees of protection. Theoretically those numbers, anyway. Rime is like a temporary greenhouse. Inexpensive. Also protects against certain insect species and crops, such as the cole crops with flea beetles and brassica crops with. We went to Point Pelee National Park, near Leamington, tomato capital of Canada. We expected to see vast fields of tomatoes, but not one plant. Then we started saying greenhouse, then there were larger and more numerous. Our Days Inn motel was next to a greenhouse. Warren Buffet's Heinz was cheating their migrants. Canada ordered him to pay a huge amount of back pay. He moved Heinz to Ohio. I have a small greenhouse in the southeast of the UK. It isn't heated. I use it from March through to November, growing leafy veg early on, then tomatoes and peppers, and this year some loofah plants when the weather is much warmer, June through to mid-September when it gets too hot for leafy veg, and then back to leafy veg until early November depending upon the weather. It does get to well over 35 degc in the middle of the day, so it gets too hot for things like cabbage and broccoli. If your greenhouse is big, you could use it to get early strawberries. They do extend the season where frost comes late in the spring and early in the fall. However, they can still use a lot of energy to heat, cost a lot, and can be a place where plant diseases spread. You have to watch carefully, or have expensive technology, to avoid overheating.